Disney's Moana gets a makeover into live action. Is it boom or bust? This is Absolute Cinema. Welcome into the studio. We're talking. Hi, I'm over here. Should I switch again? I'm Stephanie Cook. I am one of the hosts of Absolute Cinema. And I am here today to talk to you a little bit about Moana, the live action movie release of Moana. Full disclosure, I'm wearing my little Hawaiian garb, muumuu. I will say this because I want it to be very clear. There are three things that I love. I love the Pacific Islander culture. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years. I graduated from the University of Hawaii. So it's very dear to me. The Pacific Rim, Pacific Islander culture. I love it, especially Hawaiian. But also I love the original Moana. There's so many great things about the original Moana. By the way, that came out in 2016. So we have not yet reached the moment in time that Moana would be 10 years since its release. So this is coming out just shy of 10 years. And can I just say, we'll get more into it later, but why? Again, I just have to say. Okay, so let's talk about the plot. If you have not seen the original, you are hereby banished from Absolute Cinema. No, I'm just kidding. It was so great. I love so much the original the original Absolute Cinema. The original Moana is fantastic. The coloring, the animation, the acting, everything about it was so great. So essentially the plot is that Moana is this young girl who is called to the ocean. She hears the ocean call her over and over again, despite her father wanting her to stay away from the ocean. Her grandma, Tala, really is kind of prodding her because she recognizes that something is happening for her to follow her heart, who she is, and follow the ocean. She does. And then she meets up with Maui, a demigod. And in the original, voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I'm so sorry. He's back. He also stars as Maui in this version, the live action 2026 Moana. I'm going to give you a clip real quick, and then we will come back and talk more about it. Okay, here's a clip.
Boat! Gods have given me a boat! And a tiny little human. Well, hello, tiny human. Not too sure why they thought I needed you. You could take back the little human! Oh. I'm gonna eat whatever that is.
It's a chicken. His name is Hey Hey.
His name is Yum Yum when he goes in my tum-tum.
Okay. I hope that you can see just from that one small little clip what I'm talking about. I don't know. Like, there's so many weird things that are happening with this. I sat there in the theater, and literally I'm just back from watching it. And I sat there in the theater watching it, and there are the songs that I love. That's all there. But there is so much that wasn't great. So I'm going to try really hard to give you the 411 on this. So that was one of them right there. I just noticing that quick clip. There's just a lot of CGI in this. And so it begs the question, is it live action? I mean, I know there are live actors there, but there's so much CGI happening in this film. Like, I just don't know. Okay. One of the things I do love so much about it, there's a line that Grandma Tala has in both versions, really. And that is, there's nowhere she's ill. And and Moana is very nervous about whether or not, if she leaves, what happens if she comes back and she's not there anymore. And the grandma Tala says, there's nowhere you can go that I won't be with you. And to me, just as a parent or as a child of a parent, I just find that to be so comforting for kids to know that, if you lose someone close to you, that they will always be with you. And I love that line. And also, I recently lost someone very close to me, so that really resonated with me in the moment. And a lot of it I did not feel like actually did resonate with me, even though I love the original, and this is practically verbatim. I did not see that it was all it was cracked up to be. Okay, so we're going to talk a lot more about it when we come back. We'll take a quick break, and then we will get back to a little bit more about what went wrong here. All right, so that is another look at the new live action Moana. Moana 2026. It's so funny. We call it a live action, but it depends on where you see it listed as the title, Moana 2026 or live action Moana. It depends on how you see it, but it's both the same thing. It's the same thing. So here we are. I thought the young actress that is playing the live action version is Catherine Langaya. She's an Australian actress, and she has a couple sisters, and they all three auditioned for it actually, and she got it, which is kind of fun. But anyway, so she can sing. She did a great job. But I just miss the songs that I love. And I think it's a hit or miss thing for me when you do these live action remakes, because one, you can get there are viewers who get angry that we, have to sit through changes to the original. And then there are others of us who feel like, if we're going to remake it, can we do something? Can we get a little deeper? Can we change it up a little bit? What is the point? And that's what comes back for me. What is the point? Why are we remaking these live action movies? These movies into live action? I can't even think of. I was going to say I can't think of one that I thought actually worked, but I will say I think Cinderella worked. But so many of them just do not, and do not get me started on The Lion King. But again, I just feel like some of this falls flat for me. The plot was gold. Even people who didn't love the whole crab, the song "Shiny," you have to love that. It just is reminiscent, and it gives you, it was just so well done and so beautiful, the film, the animated version. So here we are. So there's so much CGI, like I mentioned before the break, and I feel like that CGI is not done well 90% of the time. Another thing I did not love about this version is the hair and makeup. If I feel like when you're making a film, if any part of it takes you out of the experience of suspended belief, right? That is a problem for this film. And this film specifically, I was like, I found myself literally 20, 30 seconds focusing on why so much mascara on a Pacific Islander in the ocean. Is that lip liner? These are thoughts that I actually had watching the film. And so I'm like, why? And then from the hair side, the hair continuity was so bad. First of all, you have to really make me go, oh my gosh, The Rock is bald. He's got a lot of hair. These are the things that you're thinking of. But then from this angle to this angle, his hair is poofy and curly or flat. or it's pushed over on one side. It's just so, it just takes you out of the film, and that's a problem. So hair and makeup, I know I think it's nitpicky, but I mean, some people may say it's nitpicky, but honestly, why? Like, if you're going to do it well. The other thing that I had a problem with about The Rock is I do feel like he's too old for this. Like in the original imagining of Maui with the animation, I just, watching him, he was just, it was a magical character, and he did seem like a demigod, and he had a little, cocky, whatever. But it's because The Rock was free to do whatever he wanted. And then for the directors, the creators could pull the takes that they liked. And then the animators could animate to match what was happening. So in live action, Dwayne The Rock only has so many opportunities to do this. And he just does not come off as this young, powerful, he's not the same size. His hair's different. His whole, I don't know. I just feel like Dwayne The Rock, as we see him now, is this, he has all the wisdom that the animated Maui did not have. And he was going through his own things, just like Moana was. So now when you look at him, he's so much older. I don't buy the hair. And also I just feel like so much of the lines just fall flat. It doesn't have the same energy. It's just really, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you guys, to say. I just was not feeling this. I felt like the acting, I will say, like, there were a couple things that I really loved. They still have the bioluminescence that made the original Moana so magical in the ocean, the things that kind of come together, the heart of the ocean. And also I liked the chief, her dad. I thought he did a good job. He was the only real one that I felt like, oh, I could cry. Like I felt like I was getting real emotion from him. The rest of the time, and also that one scene that I referenced about Grandma Tella. But the rest of the time, I just felt like they were saying lines, and it did not land for me like the original did. And I just want to say, why are we doing this? Stop it. Stop doing live action remakes of this. And especially, this is too soon. And Moana 2 was just not great. So I really wanted it to be great. And I do love seeing the ocean, and I love the Pacific Islander culture. And I love seeing children and just audiences in general be exposed to it. But it just was not the best film. It just wasn't. In fact, let's go to our ratings. It was an absolute snooze for me. Like if I had a chance to really kind of take it all in, I would say, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Why are we doing this? Please stop making these things. All right. This is Absolute Cinema. Go see it if you want. I would love to know if you agree with me, disagree with me, but I can't say enough absolute snooze for me.